Welcome back to Dolor Factor Live. We're here just talking about the last question, and Veronica came up with an alternative way of looking at things.
Well, I wanted to suggest to the caller, to the person who sent the email, sorry, that perhaps he could give the child something, either donate something to that child and give it to somebody else who will hold it in trust for him until he turns 18. So don't put it in your will, but actually make a provision for him, some property or some asset or some monies or something that you have now, you put it in the name of somebody else in trust for him. So you do it now, so you never have to mention him in the will.
Okay, that's another option. And again, I think, you know, it's maybe you should go and see an attorney, and they will give you advice. They can give you some options. Okay, I've got another. Okay, we'll take our final call before I read another question out. Hello, welcome to Dolor Factor Live. Thank you for calling. I took too long to get to them. All right, here's a question. Do we have wills in St. Lucia that deal with issues such as do not resuscitate?
From my knowledge, I have not had the experience of dealing with the will, speaking of that, and as far as I know, I'm not so sure that we can. Generally speaking, whoever has the depending on the situation, so if it's a parent and a child, then it is the parents who have the right to determine, you know, what happens to the child. If it's a husband and wife, then it's generally the wife that would have the spouse that would have that situation. As to whether or not you can state that in a legal document, I would imagine yes. My experience is that we've never really dealt with what is called living wills. I haven't had much experience with them.
Okay, I think the last question I'd like to ask is, I'd like us to clarify the situation where life insurance policies are, where you name a beneficiary on your life insurance policy. Which one stands, which supersedes, the beneficiary on your life insurance policy or the beneficiary on your will?
The beneficiary under the life insurance policy. So the will cannot affect a life insurance policy. The policy is not considered part of the estate of the person. The policy stands on its own, and only the beneficiary named in the policy can inherit.
And what if the person named on that insurance policy has deceased?
The policy will deal with that eventuality. It lapses in some cases, and depending on the insurance company, it would state what would happen in that case.
Okay, all right. Well, Veronica, you've been with us 2 weeks in a row, and there's just, you know, the questions never stop. You know, they just never stop when it comes to this situation. What would be your kind of final words for tonight? I mean, you've been here for 2 weeks. The whole of the week people are calling you. What can we do to try and encourage people to think about producing a will?
Only that your intentions are never known by persons. You have to, the best thing to do is to write those intentions by doing a will. You think always very good of your, not just your family, but the people around you and whatnot, and you think that you know. But a lot of the times people are very secret about what they own, where it is, who they know, what they're doing. So when you don't make provision for those things, sometimes your family members or people close to you don't even know what you have, and you know who you would like to get your things, etc. We have had so many difficult cases in our courts dealing with family feuds. We have had a lot of situations dealing with, and both not only the civil law but also in our criminal courts, you know, where families have been fighting and arguing about estates and property, etc. And all of this would be so much easier if only we would leave a will. We have situations where persons died over 50 years ago. Like the question you had, a grandmother, great grandmother, and then grand aunt, etc. If that person had left a will, and then the other person had left a will, then children down the line would be able to deal with the property in a much more cohesive manner. So at the end of the day, I want to encourage all of the viewers, it is worth your while just finding out more information. Call any attorney in St. Lucia. They will be able to assist you as to how you could go about producing a will. You can do it in your own handwriting, a holograph will, or you can go before a notary and get it done that way, or you can have it written up and get it notarized by a witness and a JP. But at least have it. Consider your family, and you don't want, I mean, we heard Lana's situation, you don't want to have your family left, you know, in a situation like that.
Well, Veronica, thank you. I mean, I was going to draw the two names of the DFL winners tonight, but we will do it, but I'm going to do it off air because I think it's quite a confidential thing. So we'll do that off air and you will be notified. And Lana, thank you for being on set and for being part of the DFL team, and for, of course, sharing such a personal story, not story, your life with us. Any last words, briefly?
I would like those who are currently thinking of having a will, do so. Stop procrastinating. It's important.
All right. Well, thank you both ladies. So apart from the offer, the DFL offer, what we're going to do is we just received so many responses, we just haven't had the time to attend to it all. So we are going to keep the competition open for a while. You can go to our website, dolorfactorlive.com, all right, for a reminder of all the questions, okay? So I won't go through all the questions right now because there are just quite a few of them, and of course our time is coming up. But you can go to dolorfactorlive.com and you'll get all the questions there. All right. Now, don't forget we have the press club coming up on Saturday. So make sure that you stay with DBS and of course Clinton Reynolds. Before I go, I want to thank Trios Caribbean Fusion Restaurant, Farron's Dairy, Chef Robbie, Rainforest Hideaway, and Infinity Color Shop for all the gifts that they are putting, and also we have other gifts next week, as I said. And if you look on our website again this weekend, you'll find new products from MAC Cosmetics and a report by me of the products I've used from Skin Science and Illuminous. When I go to visit schools, students and teachers are surprised and they tell me that I look smaller and that I have nice skin. And I have to thank Skin Science and Illuminous for that. That is my answer. On the website, again, there'll be lots more information, so you can check it there and you will see what's going on in the week. You also see the carnival package that I spoke earlier about, that fantastic treatment that I experienced at Touch Therapies. Don't forget, if you'd like to be the person who puts their name to U Factor's logo and theme, or if you'd like us to visit your children's school for phase 1 of U Factor, send us an email. Don't forget to visit Baywalk Shopping Mall, not only to shop, but to see information about Dad's Day Out, an afternoon full of fun and activities for dads and their children. That's going to be June 16. There's also going to be competitions between teams of dads and children. It's going to be real fun. Information is posted in the Baywalk Shopping Mall and on their Facebook page and website, and of course all the usual DFL methods. National Consumer Association, a not-for-profit organization, is holding a bingo party at Castries City Hall Friday the 1st of June. That's tomorrow. 10 games for only $10. First prize is a BlackBerry Curve, 8,500, plus there are dinners, food hampers, massages, and lots more given away. If you want to know more about that, contact info@dolorfactorlive.com. Now, you know that next week on DFL, I mentioned that we are going to have a very, very special visitor. We will welcome in the Prime Minister of St. Lucia, the Honourable Dr. Kenny Anthony, and I'm telling you all now, it will not be a politically based programme. Our Prime Minister is also a father, and you know at DFL we have ways of making people talk. So join us next week for another special programme. My last words for you tonight. I truly hope these last 2 programmes have given you food for thought. It is cheaper to prepare a will now than to not prepare one because you can't afford it. The persons you are probably leaving your estate to will probably be the persons who will end up paying much more money trying to sort it all out. And most probably it will come from the money you've left. And let's face it, when they've lost you, trying to guess your wishes and spending money trying to locate certain things is the last thing they want to do. Don't even think about the years it may take to sort out. Not only that, making a will prevents those you don't want to inherit certain items from taking them. To all those persons who are like vultures, knowingly swooping in and sweeping up on a deceased's possessions, you should be ashamed of yourselves. That this is a time of grief when you should be comforting your family. And instead what you do, you plot and you prefer to steal from them. That's just disgusting. Viewers sometimes shout me and they say, I did what you told me to do. Because at the end of every show, I ask viewers to do something. I sincerely hope you think about making your will now before it's too late. On behalf of DBS and the DFL team, thank you all for watching. Good night and God bless.